My name is Chris Rum, and for my extra credit assignment, I'll be doing research on the U.S. patents in China. The issue at hand here is that a U.S. innovator may go through a ton of effort and time in order to innovate a new product or service that they had to do a bunch of research for and innovate. They also have to wait and pay for their product to be patented so that nobody steals it in the U.S. However, even if they receive the patent in the U.S., which protects it from fraud and copying in the U.S., the product is not able to be patented internationally, especially not in China. This can be a huge issue, as with no patent in China, anyone can imitate this and sell it as their own. This is a really big problem because if people in China can emulate a patented idea without legal repercussion, they can most likely be able to manufacture this product for much less money than they would be able to in the US, because in China the labor laws are much more lenient. Also, if they can manufacture it for cheaper, then technically they will be able to sell the product for cheaper, which will compete and possibly outcompete with the initial product, which would hurt the person who technically innovated the product in the first place. A patent in the US protects theft from one's ideas and intellectual property. However, in other countries this may not be the case because the patent is specific to the country of origin unless otherwise applied for. So a person from another country can technically check the patent filing and learn in detail how to make the product, and therefore they'll be able to replicate it. Unrightfully so, the responsibility of one to protect their intellectual product from other countries falls on themselves. So technically, if a person wanted to protect their product from imitation in another country, they would have to file for that product to have a patent in the country that they are trying to protect it in. So for China, for someone from the US to protect their product in China, they would have to receive a patent from China, which would make their product subject to strict time restrictions, and it's just very hard to get. In recent times, China and India have both been added to the United States' list of countries that aren't doing enough to fight intellectual property crimes. India technically is the worst offender, quote unquote, but China is a close second in terms of the amount of patents they emulate and produce. Now, my policy implementation is that because we are in the age of rapid technological growth, I think that we should have a policy put in place that would secure innovators' ideas and innovations internationally if they wanted to do so. And such a proposition would have to have an agreement amongst multiple different countries that they would recognize, I guess, across the board, that a patent that would be recognized, say, in the United States would also have to be recognized in China, India, or any other country that they wanted it to be protected with the patent. This may take a lot of negotiation between countries, and also it may just be outright impossible for some countries to cooperate. But I think if countries can agree on this, it would do a lot of good for innovators across the world to not be scared to innovate something, make it their own, and then be scared that somebody's going to imitate it in the near future. This would not only increase the potential for people wanting to innovate, as they could take their innovation nationwide, not even nationwide, they could take it international and have possible selling benefits for making it international, while also not having the risk of having it emulated or stolen through not having the patent recognized in another country. This is a serious issue that innovators in the United States have to deal with, and I believe that this should be reformed and that we should come to an agreement with other countries to make this policy implementation real.